Good morning, everybody. My name is Mutia. Today, we would like to learn about desmoid tumor. Desmoid tumor is a rare neoplasm that can happen and occur in every part of our body, intra-abdominal or extra-abdominal. Desmoid tumors are rare neoplasms and arising from facial or deep musculoaponeurotic structure. Desmoid tumors are non-malignant and not metastasizing, and they seldom cause death. Desmoid tumor locally invasive and they easily recur and cause significant body morbidity because of pain. The epidemiology of desmoid tumor, it is very rare. It's only 3% of soft tissue sarcoma and about 0.03% of all malignancies. The incidence of desmoid tumors is 2 until 4 new cases per million populations per year. Desmoid tumors occur between the age 15 and 60 years old, but particularly during early adolescence, and with a peak age about 30 years old. The etiology, we know that it is caused by mutation on exon 3 CTNNB1 that activated from beta-catenin. Within patients with FAP, it is caused by mutation on APC gene, usually in Gardner syndrome. This is the risk factors of desmoid tumors. The first is FAP or familial adenomatous polyposis and Gardner syndrome. The next is pregnancy. How the pregnancy can be the risk factors of desmoid tumor? It is because the higher exposure to estrogen. And the next is trauma. Trauma here, it means in operation or surgery. We know that there is correlation between healing process and fibroproliferative disorder. From the location, desmoid tumors is classified into three. The most often is intra-abdominal. The next is abdominal wall, 25%, and extra-abdominal. In extra-abdominal, can happen in shoulder and upper extremity, about 33%, in gluteal and lower extremity, 30%, cell wall and back, 17%, head and neck, 10%. It is can happen also multiple desmoids, about 15%. The clinical manifestation of desmoid tumors is generally asymptomatic. And if it can happen or manifest, it is based on the location of the tumor. It can cause neuropathic pain, joint contracture, or bowel obstruction or compression. To diagnose the desmoid tumor, there are some modalities, that is use ultrasonography, CT scan, and MRI. This is the MRI of desmoid tumor. We know it can occur in many locations. In picture A, it is located in regio intra-abdominal, in B in shoulder, C in pelvic area, and picture D in lower extremity or in popliteal. This is here the management of desmoid tumor. We can do observation because the desmoid tumor is not a malignancy, it is benign tumor, but it has characteristic locally invasive. So we can do some observation if there are no symptoms asymptomatic. We can do observation until the tumor itself give more clinical manifestation. And the next is surgery. If it is unresectable, we can give systemic therapy or radiotherapy. So this is the algorithm of desmoid tumor. Because of it is asymptomatic and we can do observation. If the desmoid tumor is resectable, we can do resection. And from the resection, we look at the margins. If it is give negative margins, we can continue observation, and if it is positive margin, we can continue to radiation therapy. But what if the desmoid tumor is unresectable? We can give the systemic therapy. From the systemic therapy, we evaluate the response therapy. If it's given adequate response, we can continue the observation. And if it is inadequate response, we can do some alternative therapy. What is alternative therapy? We can here we discuss. The indication for systemic therapy is if the desmoid tumor is unresectable, it is locoregional multiple recurrent, and initial therapy on intra-abdominal desmoid tumor, usually on patient with FAP. There are some type of systemic therapy, such as cytotoxic agent. We can use vinorelbine, methotrexate, and doxorubicin. In hormonal therapy, we can give tamoxifen. NSAID, we can give indomethacin, and tyrosine kinase inhibitor, we can give imatinib. And we can continue to radiotherapy. Radiotherapy can be given in preoperative or postoperative. And in several studies, it shows the inpatient with positive margin after surgery, and the relapse rate dropped from 59% to 25% when radiotherapy was added postoperatively. This is the differential diagnosis of desmoid tumor. In extra-abdominal, we can differentiate it from fibroblastic sarcoma and myofibroblastic sarcoma. In intra-abdominal, we can differential diagnosis it with GIST, FST, IMT, sclerosing, and retroperitoneal fibrosis. So, what is the take-home message from our discussion today? Desmoid tumor is a non-malignancy, non-metastatic, and easily recur neoplasm. It is often asymptomatic and grow locally invasive. The management of desmoid tumor are observation, surgery, systematic surgery, and radiotherapy. So here we can discuss from this presentation today. Thank you for your attention. To know about more oncology, we can learn from the other videos. Thank you.